I'm bored. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy G7, and as you guys can clearly see here, I am bored. And what I typically do when I'm bored is I just go on Twitter. I browse on Twitter and I look for new things that I could talk about or something that's going to entertain me for the time being. And luckily, I found something that did just that. On Anime Twitter, which is Anime Twitter, there's been a lot of talks of an anime being inspired or even on par with Bleach and One Piece. Now, the Bleach part I can understand. Bleach is kind of, it's okay. But One Piece, the GOAT, I mean, that caught my eye. So as I look through the comment section to find out more about this series, nobody fucking knows what this series is or what it's about. Not even the person who posted about the series knows about the series. This was like paid promo, or this is the biggest, and when I say biggest, I mean the biggest industry plant manga I ever heard of, because obviously they're trolling, but I fell for the troll. I fell for the bait. So like, you know what? I want to end off with a cliffhanger. I want to find out more about this series, because I'm not going to lie, going off the leaks, some of the images that I've seen, the artwork, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty tough. It looks like a more qualified, a higher quality Demon Slayer in manga form. A lot of you guys who watch Demon Slayer, y'all like higher quality. Yeah, because y'all watch Demon Slayer. If you read the manga Demon Slayer, it's not all that. But still, it looked pretty good for chapter 1. So pretty much, let me give you guys a brief summary of what I've read of chapter 1. It's pretty much about this boy who's the son of a blacksmith. His father seems like a really chill dude, I'm not gonna lie. But he's kind of weird. He's talking to fish, he's having conversations with fish. Outside of that, we found out that the dad, he was a blacksmith for a war, and he's regarded as a hero to few. Then after that, after a couple more pages, a 3-year time skip takes place where the boy has a big ass scar on his head. The father, he's supposedly dead. And now this nigga's a beast with the sword for some goddamn reason. So pretty much the whole premise of the story is revenge. He's looking for the person who killed his father or who is responsible for the death of his father. And he's going to use the tools his father left behind to finish the job. Now the sword he's using in a lot of these screenshots is the last sword forged from his father. And in this world, they actually have sorcery in it. So the whole gimmick with this kid is he could do sorcery, but he can embed it in his sword. That's why in the panel, when you see it looks like Demon Slayer with the water and shit, that's his, his sorcery or whatever. Now, off of my first impression, I would say that this manga is, it's okay, because it did catch my attention. The first chapter of the series was pretty okay, because I'm going to be honest with you. Even though I'm a big fan of One Piece, the first chapter of One Piece for me was low-key ass. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't read the first chapter of One Piece and became a fan of One Piece. It took me years to even like that series. Like, I could say the only series that caught me with the first chapter was Naruto, and it wasn't even from the chapter. It was just me watching it on Toonami, the first episode. Yeah, I'll say this. Off of the first chapter, it's okay, but I gotta find out more about the story. Because I'm gonna be real with you. After reading and watching Naruto, I don't think there's gonna be another revenge story that's gonna top that one right over there. So hopefully there's more to the story than the revenge story. And typically, going by the fact on how strong the character is off the first chapter, this is gonna be a short ass series. There's no way dude is that OP in the beginning of the series unless they got some freaking, I don't want to be a power scaler, but they got some planet busters coming up in the future. But I see the series going up to 50 to 100 chapters max. I'm not even gonna lie. So for a short read, I think it might be worth it. But the thing is, when it comes to me and my taste, the reason why I don't rank it too high is because I'm too used to seeing the whole revenge trope. Like, revenge kind of got old to me. After, I almost mispronounced it. I almost called it semen. You what? After watching seinen, how do you pronounce it? After reading so many seinen manga, I kind of like matured my taste in certain mangas that I read. Like, after looking at the story of Thorfinn in Vinland Saga, how he wanted to get his revenge on Askeladd. Then eventually, when someone took that revenge away from him, he had to find an entirely new purpose in life. That was beautiful for me, especially going by the fact that he went from someone who was so hateful and vengeful to someone who's actually more peaceful and actually has enough nerve to say that he has no enemies. I could go to another series like Berserk. Actually, I don't want to talk about Berserk. Never mind, let's skip Berserk. Let's go with Vagabond. Going over the story of Musashi Miyamoto, where you're talking about a character who is kind kind of similar. I don't think it's more so revenge, but due to the fact that he had to deal with such an abusive father who was addicted to this title being the strongest under the heavens, Musashi made his goal, well, his father's goal, his own goal. And throughout his life, he's just been pushing others away without realizing it, trying to achieve this goal of becoming the strongest. And as he got closer and closer to achieving that goal, he started to understand that that word, that title, the strongest under the heavens, means nothing. And even in the last chapters, one of my favorite arcs in the manga Vagabond, he's not even swinging his sword like that. He's not fighting. Only thing he's fighting is the earth because he's growing. He's trying to grow crops, man. He's trying to save the life of villagers by growing crops. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people will consider a farming arc to be boring to most, but that was the best arc in my opinion. I loved it. And I can understand why a chapter 1 of a manga would start off with a lot of bloodshed, because if you look back on all those other mangas, they all started off with bloodshed, that it eventually went to a higher resolution where, oh, it's deeper than that, and that's when you truly get invested into the manga. So it did what it was supposed to do. It caught my eye. It made me interested in reading chapter 1. I might read chapter 2, but like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to be a long running shonen, but hopefully it is, because I'm going to be real with you guys. We ain't gonna have that much shit to read unless, you know what I'm saying, the new books step up. For instance, JJK is approaching the ending. My Hero Academia is approaching the ending. One Piece is on the final saga. Chainsaw Man Part 2 is almost over. I'm not sure if there's gonna be that much mangas that we can actually like, well, at least mainstream mangas that's gonna be, you know, up there given by the next 2 to 3 years. So hopefully this series is actually something that we could chew on for quite a bit of time. But hey, that's me reaching for the stars with this one. And yeah, man, I'm just hoping that this series is actually like somewhat halfway decent. Now, if you guys are looking forward to reading more of this series alongside with me, then please feel free to leave on a like, comment, and share. And also, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about something anime related, because what the fuck is the point of having all these posters and I don't even talk a lick about none of this stuff? So depending on how this video do, I'll probably talk about other series that I'm interested in. And yeah, man, if you guys want to see more of that, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you guys later.